John Jay College getting reactions to President Trump's State of the Union address last night. We're going to give them a few quotes from the speech and ask their reaction. Except the quotes we're giving them are actually from President Obama's State of the Union addresses. What will they have to say? Let's find out. So I have a few quotes here from the State of the Union. I want to get your feedback. First, talking about ISIS, saying, quote, "We need to call them what they are, killers and fanatics who have to be hunted down and destroyed." What's your thought on that?
Well, first off, ISIS is fake. It's something the government made up so they can continue doing what they want to do, which is world domination.
Donald Trump should, mind his own business and, just focus on America because he's the president of the United States, not of the whole world.
I feel like that's a very strong statement. And when you say something like that, it kind of makes you, a target.
Or if you're a threat to this country, we're going to get you for that. It's just ridiculous.
Next up, talking about the general world stage, saying, quote, "When you come after Americans, we come after you. It may take time, but we have long memories and our reach has no limit." What's your thought on that?
Well, I don't think that's a good way of handling something.
It's like he doesn't think before speaking and how it's going to offend a lot of people.
He should be careful because there's other countries out in the world that has automatic weapons and, nuclear bombs.
I mean, he's got small hands, so I don't know about his reach, so.
And finally talking about China, saying China wants to write the rules. That would put us at a disadvantage. Why should we let that happen? We should write those rules.
I wouldn't mess with China.
He's over the top in general, so it's par for the course.
It's like everything is out the window. China.
I guess the way that he approaches things is very aggressive, and that's not the best way to approach situations.
What if I told you that...
Now, before he gets to the fact and starts, letting these kids know or letting these people know that it wasn't President Trump who said that, it was actually President Obama who said those things. Did you hear how these people, their thoughts are, their opinions are, their thinking is? They're completely leftist, completely, I just say, they're just ideologically, I don't even know if they know what ideologically stands for or means, but this is what I would call low information, no information, unfortunately, voters who really don't have a freaking clue at all as to what the hell is going on in terms of foreign policy, international policy, our security, national security, any of those things or whatever, just by their answers. I mean, every single one of them, you heard what they said. They're just, what we call Democrats, liberals, leftists, socialists. I don't even know if they know. All I know is I would be willing to bet anything that each and every one of these probably voted Democratic, unfortunately. Now, let's see what they have to say when they hear that it was actually President Obama who made those quotes and it wasn't President Trump.
That all three of these quotes were actually from President Obama's State of the Unions.
All right.
Full of shit, aren't you?
What's your thought? Are you surprised?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
It's actually crazy to hear that.
I think there's a bias against President Trump when it comes to hearing a speech like the State of the Union.
Yeah, I do think there's a bias. I guess bias is really bad in general. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean it's not right.
I am definitely not a huge fan of him. However, I think, being closed-minded is probably more dangerous than anything he could do.
Some people are quick to judge on Donald Trump just because a few things he said, but I think if they paid attention to his whole presidency, maybe they'll have a better
This is the same girl before, okay, who was ready to basically crucify President Trump. Now she comes out as if she's a Trump supporter. These people, I don't even know if they know what the word hypocrite actually means or what they're actually saying. It's just so... I mean... and then just continue. I weep for the future. I weep.
Outlook on him and a better, perspective in general.
Because unfortunately, a lot of times what you hear is tainted by bias, and you really can't go off that. So do your own research, educate yourself. It's your duty. It's the future of the country.
I mean, future of the country, man. Future of the country. So anyways, these videos where they show these people, either they're students or people just, walking down the street or whatever. I mean, I'm sure there were a bunch of people over there that probably said, no, this, that probably liked, those quotes. Obviously, they were Trump supporters. So when they probably, I wish it would have showed some of the Trump supporters that, or people that, obviously conservatives or Republicans or those on the right that, like those quotes. But then when they would, I'd like to see what they said when they thought those actually Obama's quotes or whatever. That's would have been something, because you would have said, did Obama really say those things? Because you would have thought that Obama wouldn't say those things like these guys. When they were told that it was Obama, they were surprised that he actually used language like that. But just goes to show you how far we've come. 2008, 2012. So at the end of that 8-year period for Obama, I don't know, folks. I'm wondering if President Obama was running in 2024, would he still have he still have a lot of support, but would he still have that kind of support now? Because I think the left has even left him. I mean, he was really, really left. But there's a ton of people on the left that are further left than even Obama was, which is freaking scary in of itself. Anyways, love doing these videos. These are just great to comment on and just to sort of see, where the public actually is and our own biases, and to confront them, obviously. Go from there. Anyways, we thank you for taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your guest host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. And like I always said, I'll give you my final. Oh, and please put your comment, put it down below, and I'll give you my final point, which is, when you're right, you're right, and when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.